Today we are going to study a case study on Walmart. Walmart, the giant chain of the discount stores, is the second largest company in the world with the with over $400 billion in revenue and 2.1 million associate or employees. 2.1 million is 21 lakhs. So Walmart has become at some point of time it was the second largest company. Today it is not the second largest company, and the number of employee I surprised, and you will also surprised to know 21 lakhs employees they are giving employment, and it is the largest discount store at least in the USA. The phenomenal success story began in 1962 when Sam Walton opened up his first discount store in Rogers, Arkansas. Arkansas. So you can see the first Walmart store, and it was it was not that good, which today we have, and it is opened in 1962, and founder was Sam Walton, and it was considered as a discount store because a lot of discount they used to give on the things they are selling. He sold the some products as his competitors. He sold the same products as his competitors, but kept prices lower by reducing his profit margin. So he was selling this basically the same thing. He was not selling good quality products or bad quality products, the same kind of products, same type of product, same kind of quality, but he was giving more discounts, and he was reducing profit margin. He was saying that I will work with less profit margin, but I will uh, help customers to get the things at lesser price or to manage his monthly budget. His customers quickly caught on, and the company took off almost immediately. So immediately Walmart became popular. Walmart EDLP strategy, that is everyday low price strategy, remains the foundation of the Walmart success today, even today. So from the its inception, they were working on the everyday low prices. They were so Walmart is an example of price penetration strategy. Through the company's economies of scale, Walmart is able to offer customers top brand name products for the lowest price. So people used to get good quality product at less price, so people is satisfied and they start repeating purchase, or they start visiting Walmart retail outlet. Walmart expanded throughout the United States in 1970s and 1980s by acquiring some of its competitors and opening new stores. No new stores. So Walmart strategy in 1970 and 1980 was in these 10 years they started acquiring other retail stores, and also they were focusing on new stores. So they are expanding, they are growing, they are diversifying into different markets by one joint sorry by merger and acquisition, and second by opening new store. So by market development and by by merger and acquisition, M&A. The first Walmart super center, a discount store with the food outlets, an optical center, photo lab, and hair salon among the other amenities opened in 1988. So from 1988 they started focusing on this store with lot of other services also. So they renamed it as a Walmart Super Center. There you used to get, people used to get food 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 or the snacks. Then people used to get these optical products. Then people there was also photo lab. Then you can see hair salon also. So when family used to visit Walmart and some member of family used to get bored, so for to entertain them, to provide more services so that their time is effectively used, they started this food outlet, then optical center, then photo lab and hair salon. So they when if they want to cut their hair, if they want to shave, if they want to take the photographs, if they want to purchase uh, goggles or specs, and if they want to have a lunch or a breakfast, then it is available over there. By 1990, Walmart had become the nation's number one retailer with 32 billion in revenue and stores in 33 states. So Walmart started growing. By 1990, Walmart was having 32 billion sales, and the stores were present in 33 states in USA. Company's international expansion began with a store outside Mexico City in 1991 and has grown to over 3,800 international locations, some under a different brand name. So now they started expanding into different market, into foreign markets outside USA. So they were having 3,800 stores outside USA in 1991, and today they have more than 10,000 stores, and they have 333 stores in Canada. In US, they have 4,400. In Mexico, they have 2,000. In Central America, they have 622. In Brazil, 512. In UK, 541. Africa, 347. India, 15. China, 370. And Japan, 419. So you can see they have globally expanded. Walmart thrives on the three basic beliefs and the values. So, what are the values of the Walmart? First, respect for the individual. So, they were respecting the needs and the preferences of the each and every customer. They used to speak politely with the individual. They used to serve. They used to give good customer experience to each and everyone. Now, second value is service to our customers. So they were customer centric company, customer oriented company. They even they the one thing is they were giving lot of discount, and other thing is they were helping people in getting things faster and uh, at better quality. The third value is striving for excellence. So they were always working on their processes, they were always working on their methods, they were always working on their systems. So how to get it efficient, and with our services, process method, systems, how we can uh, ease the operations or shopping experience of the customers, how we can serve the customer better. Sam Walton's original 10-foot rule, that is one promise that whenever he comes in the 10 feet of a customer, he will look him in the eye and greet him and ask if he can help him. So Sam Walton has a phenomena, some principle, and that principle was, if a customer comes in a contact within the influence of within sphere of 10 feet, then he will greet him with the with he will greet him, he will wish him, and he will ask how he can help him. So wishing customer, greeting customer, helping customer was about that 10-foot rule. Still it governs today, embodied by the greeters at the front door. So it is written in the on the doors of the Walmart that 10-foot rule, that whenever a customer comes in a contact of 10 feet, we will help you. Walmart embraces the communities in which it enters in order to develop strong local relationship and build its brand image in that area. So Walmart is not profit making companies, it is also giving equal importance to the community service, and it believes in developing relationship with the customer. It believes in developing, improving the standard of living of the customer. It believes in improving the market or the area in which he is working. Company donates significant amount of money to local charities through its Good Works program, hires local individuals and purchases food from the local farmers. So how they are helping? They are helping by donating, they are helping by purchasing from the local individuals, and they are giving good customer service to the to the people in which they are working. So the company donates significant amount of money to local charities through its good works program. It may be health oriented program, it may be educational program, it may be any other program. And it hires local individuals. So it is providing employment, it is providing donation, and it is also purchasing raw material from the farmers. So it is contributing a lot to the society, it is contributing a lot to the community activities. Walmart's marketing strategy has evolved over the years. Early marketing efforts were based on the word of mouth, positive PR, and aggressive store expansion. So they use word of mouth publicity, they use positive public relations, and they use aggressive expansion. So by expanding, diversifying into different markets, they speaking and providing proper information to the public through PR and satisfying customers so that it has very good word of mouth publicity. These are the marketing efforts of the Walmart. In 1992, Walmart introduced its well-known tagline, always low prices, always, which effectively communicated the company's core brand promise and resonated with millions. So you will not see only on the Wednesday you will get the low prices. Only on the uh, Thursday or the Friday you will get low prices when business is not there or people are not visiting. It's not like that. It's always low prices. It may be Sunday, it may be Monday, it may be Wednesday, it may be Saturday. So at every whenever you come to visit the store, you'll get the lowest price in the industry. In 1996, Walmart launched its price rollback campaign featuring the familiar yellow smiley face as the star of the campaign. So one more campaign they come up with, the rollback price rollback campaign. The smiley face happily slashed prices in Walmart's TVC television commercial, and appeared on the store signage as well as employees' aprons and buttons. So they started advertising through smiley, and they took the exclusive right for that smiley. The campaign helped Walmart's stock soar 1173%, 1173% in 1990. So because of these successful campaign, their growth increased exponentially. Walmart hit a few bumps in the road as it entered the 21st century, and critics protested its entry into small communities. So some critics were protesting Walmart uh, because of Walmart, employees were not happy. They have to work a lot. They were not treated with respect, and they were exploited. Uh, Apart from the exploitation of the employee, the Walmart was the responsible for the 50% of the shutdown of the stores nearby. So wherever Walmart used to open their retail outlets, nearby 50% of shops used to shut down. In one study at Iowa State University, researchers found that within 10 years of a new Walmart store opening, up to one half of the small stores in that town can disappear. So there was a study in Iowa State University against Walmart. Walmart also faced multiple lawsuits from the employees who complained about the poor work condition, exposed to health hazards, and pay below minimum wage, which left employees with families below the poverty line. So Walmart's employees started becoming poorer and poorer because Walmart was not paying good, not providing good uh, environment and conditions. In some cases, employees said Walmart failed to pay for overtime and prevented them from taking rest or lunch breaks. Another lawsuit claimed the company discriminated against women in pay and promotions. So it is serious allegations that they were paying less to the women as compared to men, and they were not paying for the overtime, and they are not giving the breaks. So The mental condition of the employee can be serious. These problems led to a very high turnover rate in the 2000. So people started leaving the employees. The employees started leaving the Walmart, and attrition rate was high in 2000. According to one Walmart survey, 70% of its employees left the company within first year of the employment due to lack of recognition and inadequate pay. So the people who joins the company Walmart, 70% of them, they used to leave the company within 1 year. From the 2000 to 2005, Walmart stock price fell 27% and remains low from 2005 to 2007. Negative backlash combined with Target's re-emergence on the retail scene contributed to the decline. So Target was their competitor. Target retail store, Target retail outlet, Target retail chain was their major prime competitor. And uh, because of problems or protests from the employees, because of negative image of the Walmart, Walmart started losing its stock price, and it suffered a lot during 2005 and 2007. And at the same time, Target re-emerged because Target was having uh, very good strategy against the Walmart. Target revamped its stores, merchandise, and marketing strategy to appeal to more aspirational discount buyer, and stole some of Walmart's top tier customers. So, as compared to Walmart, Target stores were looking very good, and they were appealing to the people who were not behind the discount, but who wants to shop at better places, at better quality, and uh, they want to differentiate themselves from the crowd. So the store of the Target was good, better than the Walmart, and it was neat, clean, proper display of the things were there, as you can see in the picture, and the merchandise were kept properly, and that was the marketing strategy. They having better marketing strategy and appeal at that point of time against the Walmart, and they attracted some of the Walmart's customers. A Target store was nicely lit. That means they were having proper uh, lighting. The store was looking very bright compared to Walmart. They offer wider aisles and better display of merchandise. So all these things, you can see better merchandise, better display of the merchandise, wider aisles, then the lightening of the store, then then revamping of the stores and merchandise. These are the very good marketing strategy of the Target, and because of the Target, the market share of the Walmart started decreasing. Target's television commercial featured attractive models and trendy clothes from the high-end designers such as Isaac and Liz. So they were started more on the fashion. They were started focusing more on the advertisement campaign, and they started giving television commercial, TVC, and they were attracting people. So they started differentiating themselves from the Walmart, by more focusing on the fashion, by more focusing on the better quality, new contemporary merchandise, and by television commercial, frequent television commercial. One analyst slated Target tends one analyst slated stated Target tends to have more upscale customers who don't feel the effects of the gasoline prices and other economic factors as much as Walmart's core customer might from the 2003 to 2007. So if Walmart is focusing on the lower middle class and middle class, Target retail chain was focusing on the middle class, upper middle class, and rich people. Target outperformed Walmart in some store sales growth by 1.7% and profit growth by 5.7%. During this time, the Walmart also lost the exclusive rights to use the smiley face in its marketing campaign, because smiley face is very common, and it can be used by it is used by everyone, and there should not be any restriction because it is very common in use. For all these and other reasons, Walmart decided it was time for a new direction and launched a series of new initiatives to help improve sales and its image. So the Walmart's image was getting negative, and it started losing market share, and the Target retail chain was becoming a major competitive threat. That's why they started thinking about repositioning. First, Walmart introduced a highly successful $4 generic drug campaign, a program eventually copied by Target. So they started selling generic drug at $4. Walmart also Walmart also launched several environmentally friendly initiatives such as constructing new buildings from recycled materials, cutting transportation costs and energy usage, and encouraging customers to buy more green products. So Walmart started showing that the company is environment friendly, and it started constructing their new buildings from recycled material so that less pollution can happen, and they can build positive brand image amongst their customers. They started cutting transportation costs and energy usage. They started encouraging customers to buy more green products, and so that the environment pollution will not happen, or will keep control over the environmental pollution or environmental damage. In 2007, Walmart introduced new marketing campaign and tagline, save money, live better. So apart from that old campaign, the everyday low prices, now they come up with a better campaign, save money, live better. Television commercials highlighted the company's positive impact on the decreased energy costs, increased retirement saving, and good employee healthcare coverage and increased family saving. So the bad image which is created for the Walmart, they started building better image, better positive image, and in their television commercial, they highlighted that positive image of the Walmart. They started decreasing energy costs so that pollution will reduce. They started giving increased retirement savings to the employee. They started taking care of the employees' health insurance and more health coverage. And they started giving increased family savings to their employees. So because of all these initiatives, again Walmart started getting positive image. One commercial stated, in today's economy, nobody is more committed to helping family budgets to go further than Walmart. So, in one of their television commercial, it is stated that we struggle to lower your monthly budget. So that is the problem with everyone is suffering from, because because of high monthly budget, we have less saving in our bank account. Walmart saves the average family about $3,100 a year, no matter where they shop. Walmart also use new campaign and aggressive price cut to attract new consumers affected by the recession. So all strategy of the Walmart was to save the price or the reduce the budget of the customers. It slashed prices on popular toys and electronics during the holidays and implemented a massive store remodeling effort called Project Impact. So they started attracting customer by reducing the prices of toys and electronics even on the holidays. And this they also start remodeling their stores, and the project name was given as Impact. As a result, stores become cleaner, aisles less cluttered, and merchandise easier to reach, all to help improve the overall shopping experience and steal customers from the target. Walmart's tactics work. So Walmart started giving the same kind of experience, same kind of services Target retail chain was giving. It made shops cleaner. It made uh, visual impact better. They started using more lights so that the store should look good, and they started making aisles more broad so that it was less cluttered and merchandise was easier to reach. So all these efforts help Walmart to get customers from the target. Some store sales rose and its stock price improved during this recession. So sales started increasing and people they started getting back their market share from the target. Analysis explained that Walmart's product mix 45% consumables, food, beauty, health items is better strategy in a poor economy than Target's product mix 20% consumables and 40% home and apparel products. So in Walmart, 45%, about 50% of the products are related to consumables like food and food products or beauty products or health products, as compared to Target retail chain where only 20% products are health oriented, food oriented or beauty oriented, and maximum people purchase in consumable category. So there they benefited. One analyst said Walmart sells what you need to have as opposed to what you want to have. So need is given preference over the want. So they kept the product which is actually required by the customers desperately, and they started focusing on the need rather than the need products rather than the want products. Stephen Quinn, Walmart CMO, stated, "We are fortunate that this recession came along." So because of recession, people started giving more importance to the pricing strategy of the Walmart than the pricing strategy of the Target retail chain. It played to our positioning really well. So it was going good with their positioning. Because of recession, their positioning was more evident, more clear, more useful, more uh, more catchy. But our own insecurity is that all the credit would go to the external environment, that is recession, and none of the work we all did. So what that manager is saying, what Stephen Quinn is saying, that we take lot of measure, we did lot of hard work, but the credit went to the recession. That because of recession you are successful, and not because of marketing strategy used by the Walmart. The kinds of the things we were working on anyway when this environment came along are the same things we need to do to keep these so-called new customers, and I think continue to build loyalty with our existing base. So what Stephen is saying that uh, we have to work in the same way. We have to help reduce the budget of the customer each month, every year, and it may be recession period, it may not be recession period. We have to give same kind of services in both the time, in good time as well as in bad time of the customers. Today Walmart has stores in 16 international markets and serves more than 220 crore customers a week through its variety of discount stores. So what look at the scale of the operation Walmart has. Walmart has stores in 16 international markets in 16 countries, and it serves more than 20 crore customers a week. In a single week, 20 crore people used to visit Walmart. This includes Walmart supercenters, discount stores, neighborhood markets, Sam's Club warehouses. So there are different types of Walmart outlets. Like first is Walmart supercenters, second is Walmart discount stores, third is Walmart neighborhood markets, and fourth is Sam's Club warehouses. Now there are some questions. Evaluate the Walmart's new marketing campaign and tagline. Did the company make the right decision to drop the always low price, always as a tagline? Why or why not? Walmart, second question, Walmart does very well when the economy turns sour. How can it protect itself when the economy is on the rise? Explain. So first question was evaluate Walmart's new marketing campaign and tagline. Did the company make the right decision to drop always low prices always as a tagline? Why or why not? Walmart's new tagline, Save Money, Live Better, is a great move. With this new tagline, the company focused on the decreasing energy cost, increasing retirement saving, good employee healthcare coverage, and increased family saving. So, when they reposition themselves to save money and live better. So, when you save money, you can spend that money on your retirement saving. You can spend that money on healthcare. You can spend that money for any future use. And they were asking customers to decrease the consumption of the energy, not to pollute the environment, or use the more renewable energy. And also they are using the same principle in their stores, also in their organization also. So new campaign, whenever you go for the new campaign, the time you feel that old campaign is no longer useful, it is no longer attracting the customers, and it is quite old and it has diluted its importance, and a company needs to reposition to some better position, to some uh, better image. Yes, the company did the right thing by dropping the tagline always low prices always because of following reasons. The tagline made the company came across as a cheap. So some customers may think that, or thinking some customer thinks that the cheap quality products are less price, and more quality products are high price or costlier. The cheaper products will have low quality, and costlier products will have best quality. That is the normal perception of the customer. So the first tagline, first slogan was not that much effective in recent days. In the future, it will also not be useful, because in the future the disposable income of the customer is going to rise. This new marketing campaign also enabled Walmart to attract new customers affected by the recession. It rejuvenated the company. So basically what they are saying, that always low prices always can also prohibit customers, prohibit rich customers, or prohibit customers who want to shop more, but because of tagline or because of crowd in the stores, they will not purchase from the Walmart. The same thing has happened with the Tata Nano, because positioning was not good. It was positioned as a low price car, 1 lakh car, 1 lakh rupees car. People were not purchasing that car because people wanted to purchase car to show as a status symbol. And when people purchased Nano, then that family were tagged as a poor family. Walmart does very well when the economy turns sour. How can it protect itself when the economy is in the rise? So Walmart's marketing strategy is good for the recession, but when there is a economy is rising, economy is growing, that time what should Walmart do? That is the question. Walmart can protect itself when the economy is on the rise by the following ways: building stronger customer loyalty, enhancing their product portfolio, improving cleanliness, aesthetics in its stores, adding more amenities to its stores, banks, fast food, restaurant chains, and diversifying. Developing a new business unit aimed at the customer with a higher budget, developing an accessible, organic, and healthy product line. So, when economy is growing, uh, Walmart should work more on the customer loyalty. There should be loyalty programs, and customers should be given better services. They should have more stores. If the store is getting crowded, they should have more number of stores, and they should equally distribute the crowd or the people by intelligently placing these stores, or intelligently selecting the location of the stores. Then they should increase the portfolio. If the economy is growing, that means people have money, so they should go with the product which are costlier and which has good quality. They also should keep such products in their stores. Then they can increase the cleanliness, they can increase the aesthetic of the stores. Then they can provide more services like banking service, fast food service in their retail outlet. They should work on diversifying, they should work on expanding into different services or in different markets. Like diversifying also means backward integration, diversify also means forward integration. Then they have to reduce the pollution, they have to control the pollution, they have to reduce the environmental damage, uh, environmental, they have to maintain the environment standards. Now, Walmart, some facts about the Walmart. Walmart is founded in 1962. Walmart is the second biggest company in the world. Its values are respect, service, and excellence. Marketing strategy includes unbeatable price and vast portfolio. It has a good supply. This is the summary. Actually, this is the summary. Walmart's values are respect the customer, respect the individual, give the best service to the individual, and they should have excellent processes, excellent operations. Then their strategy includes price penetration and huge portfolio of the products. Then Walmart has good supply chain but faces stiff competition from the competitors like Target. And Walmart really did well during the recession. It must keep adding new portfolios and expand into newer markets in order to maintain the success or to remain sustainable. So this is all regarding Walmart. Thank you so much for watching this case study.